New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
Hi, and good morning, and welcome to New Thought Media Network, and welcome time here on New Thought Media Network. My name is Laura Topper, and we are, of course, joined by the incredible Zoe de Muro. Hello, Zoe. Welcome to Prayer Time.
Good morning.
Good
Thank
morning.
you for having me.
Thank you for being here and for being so willing and available to be a part of this wonderful prayer ministry, prayer circle, prayer team here on New Thought Media Network, and for sharing today, for sharing our prayer today. So, Zoe, I'm going to hand this over to you to share our spiritual mind treatment for this morning. For those that are listening and viewing and watching right now, or might find this in the future, Zoe, please share your prayer for today with us.
Thank you, Laura. Just to set things up, if I may, I love it when things come together and say, okay, this is something to pay attention to. So between my meditation this morning and my readings, the thing that came to mind was divine order. And there's this quote in Proverbs 3:5, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not rely on your own insight or information. And I love that. I love that. Divine order is one of the great truths of life. And it really is a foundation for our growth. And it becomes what I have seen as a blueprint for our manifestation. Now, the thing about divine order that I really want to impress upon people is that there's a difference between order and a rigid plan. And I do not believe that God has a rigid plan, because we have free will. We have choice. We have the ability to take all of that goodness that God gives us and to make it our own. And so that is the basis of my prayer today. So as we go within and we think of all that it is that God provides, and we think of all that it is that the universe puts at our fingertips, puts right at our doorstep, how amazing it is to know that what God is asking of each of us is to take all of this goodness and to make it our own. And so I know that God, who has created all, created from the same God stuff, has created a world, a universe a plane, if you will, that is filled with wonder. This morning, as I looked out my window, I saw the most exquisite sunshine. I'm fortunate to live in a place where there are trees and flowers everywhere, and just the riot of color that comes about this time of the year. And that is part of divine order. That is a part of the wonder that my life can take part of, is a part of. So I know that if I find myself feeling stuck, or I find myself just out of sorts in some way, I need to realign. And so it is in that consciousness that I pray for alignment. I pray from a place of alignment. I know that all the goodness that God provides is mine. Mine to share, mine to use, mine to enlighten, mine to bring about more in the world in a unique way, because I get to choose how I take all of that and bring it out into the world. So I look at things like compassion. I look at things like clarity and love and wisdom. And I say, this is part and parcel of who and whose I am. This is what I want to bring out into the world. I want to be the flow of grace. And that is what I pray for and from today. To be that conduit, to be that place where the light and the love of God flows out into this world. Knowing that the more closely aligned I am with my spiritual truth, the straighter the road is. The more closely I am aligned with who and whose I am, the more easily I accept, the more easily I can contribute, the more easily I can be in this world. God's gift to me, to each of us, is this life. Our gift back to God is what we do with this life. And so I look for that clarity. I look for that clearness of vision to do that which is mine to do, to bring about the greatest good that I can in this moment and at all times. Knowing that the grace of God flows in me and through me and as me, knowing that that same love and compassion, all of that is part of who I am, I give thanks. And I release my word to the love and to the law of God. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Zoe. Thank you for your words and for your knowing. And thank you for being here, for being so present, and for sharing from your heart today. Thank you.
My pleasure.
And it's very exciting because Zoe is joining New Thought Media Network as a licensed spiritual practitioner, of course, and also with his new program, his new broadcast that is going to be out, I think, in June, around June time. Choice Your Creative Superpower. So we're excited, Zoe, that you're coming to share this wisdom, this teaching with those that are watching and viewing and present with New Thought Media Network. This is something to get really excited about. Could you please give me and everyone viewing a 30-second blast of what your show is about.
Sure. You know, I specifically call this a superpower because it's one of those things that as much power as we think we have in our lives, there is so much more available to us. And recognizing places where we have the opportunity to make a choice is a huge part of that. And one of the things that we'll be exploring is just that, places where we might not have even considered there was a choice, and in fact there is.
Oh, that's exciting. I love that. I'll be watching that. Definitely. And as we get clearer and more clearer on the date that those broadcasts begins, we will be promoting that so that everyone that wants to watch and join can have those dates, can have the dates available. It's exciting. It's great. Great things are happening here on New Thought Media Network. And of course, our prayer team is here, which Zoe is now circled in brain. And you are welcome to write in if there's anything on your heart, in your mind, anything in your life that you feel you might just be wanting that for us to hold a high watch for you, to know in consciousness, in that higher consciousness, the truth for you, for your life, for this situation, then do write email media.org. We receive your words with the knowing of truth, of love, of those divine qualities of God. And we use spiritual mind treatment as the tool for that, to know that for you. So there is the email address. The donate button is here for New Media Network. You are welcome to share your love offerings, be a part of the reciprocal process here with the network, because we know this vision that we have for this network that has already been set is vast. And that means that there are things that we're doing here with your support. We can speed those things up and bring this teaching to the world in a really dynamic way. So thank you for joining today. And is there anything, Zoe, that you would share before we leave the prayer here on this morning?
Just that you recognize that you are the flow. You are the flow. Beautiful.
Yes, let's hold that knowing in our hearts that we are the flow, and the flow does not stop and start. The flow is always here doing its thing. God is always here shining its light. So even moments or days or times when we feel like we're detached or separate or cut off from that flow, we're not. That's not the truth. The truth is, as Zoe has just wonderfully reminded me and each of us here, that we are the flow. The flow is here right now. We cannot be separate from it at all. I love that. I love that, Zoe. Thank you so much, Zoe, for being here and for sharing, and for everyone that's watching. Even if my internet is a little bit stuck in places, I'm still flowing. Definitely. Have an amazing day, everybody. Stay tuned in, because we have Rev Melissa with her show Morning Sip coming up directly after this prayer. Until next time, love and blessings. Bye.
Bye.
On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then.